I have some questions that I want to ask you today in this video, which are going to be about my appearance and also about Asian boys. When you see my face, could you tell what country I am from? If tomorrow only Asian men exist in this planet, what country man are you going to choose for a relationship? What sort of impression do you have towards Japanese men? Hello everyone, how are you guys going? 皆さんご機嫌いかがでしょうか？今日も可能性無限大 This is タロサックということで、今日の動画では世界各国の美女たちに日本人男性の印象を聞いたらこうなったというテーマでやっていきたいと思います。以前に投稿したこちらの動画、タイ人美女たちに日本人男性の印象を聞いたらこうなったという動画なんですけど、皆さんこのトピック興味あるんですね。投稿から72時間でも50万回再生超えました。実際日本人男性ってアジアの中でどのぐらいイケてると思われてるのか。例えばもし世界がアジア人男性のみになったら、僕ら日本人男性の需要ってどんなもんなんだろうか。まずそもそもみんな日本人男性に対してどんな印象を持っているのか知りたいよ、知りたいんだよ。ということで前回はですね、私タイのバンコクでタイ人女性だけにインタビューしました。今回は僕が住んでるここオーストラリアのシドニーで、いろんな国出身の女性に僕が日本人ということはまず伝えずに、アジア人男性の中だったらどこの国の人を選び、そしてそれは一体なぜなのか。今日はそんなインタビュー撮っていきたいと思います。僕のチャンネルでは様々なトピックに関する外国人へのインタビュー動画を毎週配信してます。見るだけで頭の中がグローバル化することも間違いなし。面白いと思ってもらった方はチャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。ということで今日も早速行きましょう。What country are you from?
I'm from the UK.
Oh, the UK.
Yeah.
You mean England or?
England.
Oh, England.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a student or do you work in Australia or?
I'm just taking a gap year before going to university in the UK.
I've heard a gap year many times. So in the UK, after you graduate from high school, the people take a year off?
Yeah.
Is it like a must thing, or you can choose to take it or not?
You can choose it. It's just more to get life experience, because I've worked full time and now I'm traveling around the Pacific. So just to get life experience before going back into full-time education.
That's a good system. I interview people in the world to see cultural contrast and people's opinions, different people's opinions and all that. Today I have some questions that I want to ask you, which are going to be about my appearance and also Asian boys.
Okay.
So my first question is gonna be, you look at my face, can you tell what country I am from?
Taiwan.
Taiwan. Interesting. What makes you think so?
I see some Southeast Asia resemblance, but maybe not southern enough for Indonesia.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe not southern enough for Indonesia. You have a good answer, eh? Okay, so another question is gonna be like this. Hypothetically, if there is only Asian men exist in the world tomorrow and you're gonna choose one person to be in a relationship, like a boyfriend, and your girlfriend, whatever, what Asian country man are you going to choose if you have to choose a specific country?
Probably someone with the strongest passport.
Okay, interesting. Because you can do whatever in the world, is it?
Yeah.
I am from Japan.
Oh.
Yeah, and I have a strong passport, I guess.
Yeah.
Singapore and Japan have a strongest passport. Okay, so my last question is gonna be like this. I know it's gonna be a tricky. What sort of impression do you have towards Japanese men? What's the image you have towards us?
Quite well dressed and more sophisticated than the Brits probably.
So you think?
Yeah.
We're more smart?
And stylish.
And stylish.
Yeah.
Interesting. Where did you get the idea?
Probably just social media and media in general.
Japanese people love fashion, so it's true. Thank you very much, yeah?
Yes.
Please enjoy your day.
Thank you.
What country are you from?
I'm from Canada.
You're from Canada?
Yeah.
I can hear a bit of a French accent. Are you a French side Canadian?
Yeah, I'm French side of Canadian. I live in Quebec City.
Okay. So, this is just a random question, but when you're French side Canadian, do you study English in school?
Yeah, we do. That's why I'm pretty fluent in English.
Okay, but without studying, you can't speak English.
Yeah, I went to an all-English school when I was younger, so I had that chance. But my friends, they learn English in school.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
Well, this is interesting because in my country, people usually speak just one language. It's like a basics for us to be able to speak to same country people with one language. But in Canada, you have two languages, and sometimes people can't interact with each other, right?
I go like often to Montreal for school.
Yeah.
And in Montreal, people mainly speak English, even though it's like we're in Quebec, so you should speak French.
Oh, I
People
see.
speak to me in English, even though their first language is French, and my first language is French.
Yeah.
We still speak in English. It's
Oh,
weird.
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Are you a student or do you work or?
I'm a student, and I work also in a restaurant near my school. Like on the weekends, I work, and I go to school on the weekdays.
I see. I am a content creator who interviews people in the world to see contrasts between cultures. Different country has a different like basics and standards, and everyone has a different like cultures in ourselves. I have some questions that I want to ask you today in this video, which are going to be about my appearance and also about Asian boys. Let's start from the first question. You're from Canada.
Yeah, I am.
When you see my face, could you tell what country I am from?
My God, that's a hard question.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't like pinpoint. I could not. I could maybe like,
Who am I?
who are you? Maybe like China.
China?
Yeah, that would be my best guess, but I'm really not sure. It's
No
like-
clue, yeah?
Yeah, no clue.
Hypothetically, if there is only Asian men exist in this world tomorrow, and you gotta choose one person to be in a relationship, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, which country a person are you gonna go for to be in a relationship? You gotta choose specific one nation. I sound like a being a bitch, but
Like before going here, I wouldn't know what to say to this answer, but I feel like Australian boys are pretty cute. So,
Australian boys.
Yeah.
How about Asian men? Because only Asian people exist in this world. I know Australian boys are very cute, but
Asian boys are very cute also.
what country? You gotta choose.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why do you think so?
I haven't seen so many people from Vietnam, not
Okay.
boys, but like the ones I've seen, like 2 or 3 friends that I know, they're pretty cute.
Exotic, yeah?
Yeah, exotic.
Exotic. I like the word. Okay, unfortunately, I am from Japan.
Oh yeah?
I'm not from Vietnam, but I hope I look cute as well. This is the last question, the main question of this video. I don't know if you have interacted with the Japanese boys in your life or not. Have you?
Yeah, I have, like
you
in
have?
school, but many of the times their parents immigrated here, so they're more like the same culture as I am. So,
Oh, like
yeah.
Western culture.
Yeah.
Okay, when you think of Japanese boys, what sort of impression do you have to them?
I think I have like the pretty stereotypical like impression, like they're really good at school. And
They're really good at school.
Yeah,
Like they kind of like
they
study
bungle
hard.
grades and yeah, but they're still very good. They have grades and yeah, like academic, they're really good. That's like what I have in mind first time I hear.
Interesting. Sorry, because you look very good and good at talking. Let me ask you one more question. Nowadays, K-pop's big in the world, right?
Yeah, it's music. Huh?
Yeah, K-pop. Yeah. Do you like that kind of Asian boys?
That's not my style, honestly. They're not ugly, like for sure. They're
Yeah.
pretty boys, just not my type.
So you like more men type?
Yeah, I am that kind of person that likes, yeah, like big people.
Big people, yeah?
Yeah, the bold.
Okay. Bulk up, guys. Go to the gym and be a manly man. Merci beaucoup. What country are you from?
I'm from China.
You're from China. Are you a student in Australia or just doing holiday or?
I'm a student here.
Oh, student.
Yeah.
Well, what do you study?
Mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering. I make contents about like contrast between cultures, people's opinions and everything. Today, I have some questions that I want to ask you, which is going to be about my appearance and also about the Asian man. So let's start from the first question. You're from China, right? And how long have you been in Australia now?
1 year.
1 year? Okay, so I assume you've seen so many people from everywhere. When you see my face, can you tell what country I am from?
I think you are from China too.
Okay, oh interesting. I might be. Okay, you think I am from China. Tomorrow, hypothetically, if there is only Asian men exist in this world, you have to choose one person to be in a relationship, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. What Asian country man do you think you will choose?
Also Chinese.
Chinese.
Yeah.
What makes you think so?
The culture is same.
Oh, it's easy, yeah, for you. When you consider like dating with someone, do you usually only go for a Chinese man?
Yes.
Okay.
Only Chinese.
Because the culture is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy. I am from Japan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't look like Japanese.
Asian people look similar.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting. From a Chinese lady's perspective, what sort of impression do you have towards Japanese men?
Handsome.
Oh, yeah? Anything different from Chinese guys?
Maybe similar.
Maybe similar. You've never been on a date with a Japanese or?
No.
Never.
Never.
You better give it a go, you know? Thank you very much, yeah? Share. What country are you from?
France.
Oh, France.
Yeah.
Well, I've interviewed so many French people in my life. What do you do? Are you a student or do you work or?
I'm working holiday visa. I work in Sydney.
That's why so many French people in Sydney, huh? I'm a YouTuber. I interview people about many kind of topics to find differences in cultures. And people's opinions are different in each culture. Today, I have some questions that I want to ask you, which are going to be about my appearance and also Asian boys. So my first question, you said you're from France.
Yeah.
So the French girl's perspective, where do you think I come from?
Japan?
Japan?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Very interesting. Do you have Japanese friends?
Yeah, I have.
I look like Japanese. You said I'm from Japan, but please don't consider it. If tomorrow only Asian men exist in this planet, what country man are you going to choose for a relationship? You gotta choose one nation.
Korean people.
Korean. What makes you think so?
I don't know, because they are kind and
You have a Korean friend as well?
yeah.
Okay, you have a Korean friend and Japanese friend and then choose Korean guys because they're kind. What's happening to Japanese people? I am from Japan. You got it, yeah, you got it. So you said you have a Japanese friends. What sort of impression do you have towards a Japanese man?
So kind.
Kind.
But little bit shy at the beginning.
Shyer than French people?
I think no.
Shyer
That's okay.
shyer than Korean people?
Yes.
Oh, really? Merci beaucoup. What country are you from?
I'm from Canada.
Canada. Are you English side Canadian or French side Canadian?
English.
English side Canadian.
Yeah.
I just spoke to a French side Canadian person, and it's just really interesting that in one nation you can't interact with each other in a country, right? Because
Yeah.
the language is different.
Yeah, that's true.
This is really interesting, and it doesn't happen in my country. Do you work in Australia or are you a student
I'm
here
just here visiting.
for holiday or?
Yeah, just on holiday.
Oh, I interview people in the world to see like cultural contrasts. The people has different opinions in the world, right? So I'm making that kind of content. Today I have some questions that I'm asking people, which are going to be about my appearance and also about Asian boys from a Canadian person's perspective. Where do you think I am from? What country I'm from?
Not really sure. Maybe like Japan or China.
Japan or China.
Yeah.
So Japan or China, is it difficult to tell the difference? I won't tell if I'm from Japan or China for now, but is it difficult to tell?
I wouldn't say that I would have a lot of experience in being able to identify.
Right.
Yeah.
So you gotta see more and then maybe you get some ideas.
Yeah, I guess so.
Interesting. You might have an idea of the country I am from already, but please don't consider it for now. Hypothetically, if there are only Asian men exist in this planet tomorrow, but you gotta find someone to be in a relationship, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, what country man do you think you're gonna go for?
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
No idea.
What's important then? What's the important factor?
I think mostly personality and like some cultural understanding
Yeah,
between each other.
Cultural understanding. It's important, right, in Canada because the diversity is there.
Yeah, for sure.
So the country doesn't matter as long as he or she's nice.
Even if it's a similar perspective in terms of maybe an immigrant background or something, so that you have some shared experiences.
All right.
Yeah.
So you can understand each other.
Yeah.
That's important. That's interesting. That happens especially in Canada
Yeah.
and this country, Australia. I'm from Japan.
Okay.
You got it. Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
What sort of impression do you have towards Japanese boys?
I think my impression of Japan is that it's high tech.
High tech.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's like my first impression.
All right. So it's like people are good at technologies and all
Yeah,
that.
and like fashionable and
Fashionable.
Yeah, that's also
The other people said that too.
okay.
Interesting. We are fashionable. Thank you very much. Yeah.
No problem.
Please enjoy your day. What country are you from?
I'm Ukrainian.
Ukrainian.
Yeah.
And you've been in Australia for a long time now?
Yeah, I've been here for 6 years. So.
6 years. That's why you speak English very well, huh?
Yeah,
Like-
it seems so, yeah.
Like perfect English. What do you do? Are you a student or do you work?
I'm a student, so I do UX design and programming. So
UX design and
Yeah.
programming. It's gonna lead you to a good workplace, isn't
I
it?
hope so. Yeah, I quite enjoy
100%.
it.
I'm pretty sure. I am a content creator, interviews people in the world to see cultural contrasts. Each country has a different kind of cultures, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see the differences and also people's opinions and all that. Today I have questions which are going to be about my look, my
Yeah,
appearance,
sure, okay.
and also about the Asian boys. But first question, Ukrainian lady, when you see my face, can you tell what country I am from?
I was gonna say either Malaysia or Singapore.
Malaysia or Singapore? What makes you think so? I might be from there, but what makes you think so?
I have a few like Malaysian friends and like people that I know from that sort of area, and it does definitely depend because like say for example one girl that I know is Malaysian Chinese,
Yeah.
and like some of them tend to look a certain way, so I was like, okay, like I'm seeing something familiar, but I can't be sure because there's a lot of different cultures in those countries, so that's just kind of my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In some Asian countries, there is diversity, so it's really
Yeah.
difficult. Some are mixed, some are very pure, but
Yeah, because I have like some Singaporean friends, for example, and like some of them are from India, like ethnically, but like
Yeah.
they're still Singaporeans, so it's like,
Oh, really?
yeah. So it's like, okay, like where are they from? They're from Singapore, but ethnically they're Indian, so that's like two different,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But yeah, it's
like Australia, kind
Yeah,
of.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So-
You might have an idea, like you said, where I am from, but please don't consider it for now. Hypothetically, if there is only Asian men exist in this planet tomorrow,
Yeah.
but you kind of have to choose one, well, guy or lady to be in a relationship, what Asian country person do you think you're gonna go for?
I don't have a preference.
You don't have preference?
No.
Nothing at all?
No, because if I like a person, it doesn't matter what country they're from.
Okay.
It can be Chinese, it can be Japanese, it can be Malaysian.
Anyone, yeah?
Anyone.
As long as the person's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I am from Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't look like Japanese? It's a difficult question, you
It's
know?
a difficult. Now that you say it, I can see it, but yeah, I wouldn't have assumed Japanese. so-
Okay.
Yeah.
The last question, this is the main question of this interview as well. I don't know if you have a Japanese friends or not, but when I say I'm a Japanese boy, what sort of impression do you have towards Japanese men?
Admittedly, like I haven't interacted with many of them, but like I have been to Japan myself. Like from what I've seen, like they're very polite and very nice. But sometimes like there's definitely a language barrier, so it can be a bit more difficult to get to know them because they're quite reserved.
Oh, you think so? Like kind of
Well, sort
hesitate to talk?
Yeah, a little bit. Like I don't know, but they're from what I've seen, they're all very nice people. I guess that's kind of my impression. I can't really make, I think, any more comments because I haven't interacted with enough Japanese people like closer. But that's what I would say. They're very nice and polite.
Nice
sometimes
and polite.
reserved.
Sometimes nice and polite, but sometimes reserved.
When I went, what I noticed is that like I actually was studying Japanese at uni, so that probably would help like if you know the language to interact better, or like if you go to university there. But if you're just a foreigner on the street and you barely know the language, and then like say the Japanese people, they don't know English very well either. It's like how are you going to interact? Do you know what I mean? But yeah.
Right. Thank you very much for you to deliver such a good opinion. ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。はい、ということで前回はですね、タイ人女性のみだったんですけども、今回の動画ではいろんな国出身の女性に、日本人男性の印象についてとか、アジア人の中だったら日本人男性、どのぐらいモテるのかなんてとこについてね、こうインタビューしてきたんですけども、日本人ってやっぱりこう真面目で頭良さそうなイメージあるみたいですね。あと日本人男性はおしゃれ。これ海外かぶれ歴もう20年の僕もですね、実際よく耳にしてきました。そう思われてるとこあるみたいです。確かにここオーストラリアの男性なんかは結構おしゃれな人も確かにいるんだけども、だいぶこう適当な格好してる人多いですからね。でも日本人やっぱりこう賢そうだし、おしゃれだし、いい人なんだけど、やっぱりみんなこうシャイって印象を持ってたり、実際交流してみた経験からそう思ってる人も多そうですね。いやでも面白い。またですね、こう外国人から見た日本とか日本人についてのインタビュー動画ですね、今後もどんどん撮っていきたいと思います。ここで大事なお知らせです。 YouTube 登録者数70万人達成を記念して、いつも動画を見てくれている皆さんにお礼ということでですね、こちらの10万人以上が登録してくれている僕の公式 LINE ですね、こちら3ヶ月以上と100万円以上のコストをかけ、超豪華なメニューにアップデートさせていただきました。新 LINE メニューでは旅行、観光、買い物、恋愛、日常、ビジネスなど見やすいようにこうシーンごとに分けた場面フレーズ集190選、1万1500文字135個のフレーズを収録した電子書籍、超品質英会話表現集。たったの20分間で英語の動詞が完全に理解できます。超有益、絶対に知らなければいけない英語の動詞についての解説。英語力ゼロからペラペラへの道のりを3万字以上でどこよりも分かりやすく完全解説しているこちらの電子書籍。タロサック流180日で英会話力0から100への道のり。たびたびコミュ力お化けと言われる僕 国の対人コミュニケーションで意識している超重要ポイントを60スライドに完全収録。タロサック流コミュ力爆上げ法最強の10選。効果抜群、今すぐ使えるタロサック監修。朝昼夜1日を通し使える独り言英会話100フレーズ。こちらの合計6つの特典を公式 LINE で無料配布しております。ぜひこちらの無料特典が欲しいという方、こちら期間限定の配信となっております。なくなってしまう前にこの動画の概要欄の一番上にリンクがありますので、そちらをクリックして、タロサックの公式 LINE ですね、友達追加してください。日本人男性はアジアの中でモテるに決まってんじゃんって思ってたんだけど、あれちょっと悔しい。でも実際どっちにしろ見た目で分かんないんだったらもう国とか全く関係なさそう。結局まともな人は中身で選ぶから大事なのは中身でしょって。あれでも中身を見せるためには英語力が必要だ。この動画を見ることでそんな理由でもいいから英語が少しでもうまく話せるようになりたいと思っちゃったあなたがそこにいるのであれば、見るだけで頭の中グローバル化しちゃったんだよ。最後まで見てくれた皆さんありがとうございます。面白いと思ってもらえた方はチャンネル登録忘れずに、高評価も忘れずに、また次の動画でお会いしましょう。バイフォーナウ。